Hello, my little bunnies, and welcome back to some more SudoKube. We are here, and it is time for us to make sure that these two can actually only be A. So we can see here, if we look at possibilities for A, that it has to be... Okay, well, no, that one is actually pretty obvious. But then if we look at possibilities for A, it's not so obvious for this one here. But supposedly this can't be anything else. Like, if we look above, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, there's a 7, and 8, and a 9 here. We're asking if this can be an A. We just put in a B. We have C, D, E, F.
F to the right,
Yep.
and G above.
G above.
And that means
And
that
if we
we
look
now have
up-
G5, just those... Huh?
Oh no, I see. One of these two has to be a 9. Sorry, there's a G above?
No, to the left.
To the left.
To the left of the A we just placed, we have G and 5.
Which means
that
nothing else
anything
in
else in
this
the row and nothing
should
else
be
in
able
the square
to be a
can be
G
G or
or
5. Yes.
Okay, what else?
And
is
there's a
missing
lot
from
of things
this?
that we can eliminate with that.
2, C, 8. 2C, 8, E. 1, 2, 3. Gosh, 1, 2, 3. C, 8. Wait, what else is there in this boat? E. Okay. So anyway. No G, no G, no 5. No 5, no 5. Oh, this can't be 5 now. So supposedly this can only be a 9. But, as we experienced in the last episode, it is entirely possible that not all these boxes have all the things that they could possibly be. So 1, 2, 3. So let's double check this whole box here. Actually, looking at it, yep, only 2 possibilities for 4. 5s. Supposedly, yep, so that could be that, so that be able to be, supposedly. This is 6. We look at this. Any of those could be. Right, you have that, but do you have this? No, you don't. But that one can't be. These can't be. But both of them could be a B. That can't be enough, but any of those 3 could be. And then that one can't be. These 2 already can't be. We're saying that this can't be because those 2 have to be. So, yep. 9. So, F, B, and 4. These 3 have to be F, B, and 4. Look at that, really only just knocked that out. No. 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 Yeah, there. Shoot. Okay. And these extra A's didn't help with things? No? No, really, no. No. All of this extra help that we did from filling in that last cube, I mean, yeah, sure, it did a little bit of help. by
See,
doing
this is
that,
why we
you
could have
get
just
to-
gone on like for like 5 minutes more. Oh, Claire, second square from the left on the top row.
Hey, look, a 4! Because this can't be a 3 or a 9 right now, so... Those also... Alrighty.
And if you go down one space,
That's... Okay.
1, 2, 3,
Da-da.
4, 5,
3, 4,
7,
5.
8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah, it has to be 6. And go
Hello.
3 spaces. Oh,
What was this?
2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5,
A, B, C,
6, 7,
D,
8,
E,
9, A, B,
and G. Okay.
Yeah.
2, 9 is cool? Cool. And then with that, we have this, which... Switch to the same stuff.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B,
Oh, B.
yeah,
C,
C,
D.
D, E, F, G. Yeah, it has to be 1. And then way over on the right,
Hey, look, a B.
a B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is there a reason that can't be 7?
Because of these two. One has to be an E and one has to be
Okay.
a 7.
Yep, okay. 8, 9, A, could be B. C, D.
D.
Yep. E, we know, and then
H,
FG.
no.
So yeah, it has to be B.
Okay, okay. So now we have... This one has to be a B. So it can't be there.
Yep.
Or there. Which, I think we could have solved this earlier.
All right, let's put on that B.
Alright, can't be the left. B, B, B. Still 3 spots. B, 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 B.
B, 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 B. B, B.
Yeah, so that has to be on the top there. Okay, okay. You know, let's just do a full sweep of this entire side. Okay, look at the ones. 1 or 1 there. 1 or 1 there. Okay.
Oh, so there's only one spot for a 1 in the bottom there.
There's only one spot for a 1 in the bottom.
Okay, bottom row of squares, third column. It has to be the one that currently says 3, 2, 1. Because the 1 has to be in the column from 2 up, and then the third column in that set. So the 3, 2, 1 has to be a 1.
Yes. Alright.
Fortunately, we can't clarify any more 1s, it looks like.
2 2s there.
Oh, hang on. Top row, we have an E that's isolated now.
Oh yeah, because this had to be an F because we put 1 in. E.
That's an E, and that's
F.
an F. Okay, now let's go back to 2s.
Looks like this has to be an 8 down here.
Oh. Okay. Which means in the left square, there's only one spot that can be an 8.
The left square?
Directly above the 7 in the bottom row.
Left. Alright, back to 2s. 2 2s on there. Do. Be left or right. Lots of 2s. Yep.
Too many 2s.
2 2s there. Lots of 2s here. No, lots of 2s there. And lots of 2s here. Okay. 3s. So, boom boom or boom boom.
Actually, I did just notice a logic one in the bottom row of stuff again. In the bottom left, we have C2 and C2, which means that moving down that row, those have to be
E or 3. So this has to be an E.
Yep.
And this has to be a 3. And then this has to be a 6, I guess.
Yep.
And then that's the 2. And this is
and that's the F.
What?
Directly above the 2 is an F.
Okay. Well, it's on here. It's like, that's the F when I clicked on an A5.
Well, yeah, that's because you're moving slower than I'm speaking.
Well, that's because I don't want to make a mistake. Alright.
Back to 3s. Is that all the 3s? Not quite. Looks like there's 3 3 and 3 3, and we can't discern that yet.
So on to the 4s. And as we look through all of these here 4s, you can see that those 2 3s could also be 4s, but there could also be other 4s as well. And most of the 4s have been gotten, but not all of them. 5s. Quite a few open 5s.
I'm seeing more logic on the bottom row again. Sorry. But in that square we're working before, I've got A9 and A9, but down that row is a G and A.
G.
So that has to be G. All right. Now, 5s.
Got the 5s. Or at least we got the 5s, so what we can get the 5s for now. 6s. Top row has some missing. Down here. Oh yeah. This left side can't be a 6. But that's just... still leaves 2 possible 6s there. What a few possible 6s next to it. Then we go here, and there's so many 6s.
Yeah. Yeah, 6 isn't the play right now. It's like...
No. Okay, but 7s then. Da-da-da. No, not that. No. Okay. Check this out. So it can't be the top of... Looking at this box. Can't be the top. Can't be that. Can't be the right side. Can't be these. So it has to be one of these two. Has to be a 7. Which means... Not a 7, not a 7, not a 7, not a 7. I mean, that still only does so much to actually help us. But that is still something of a help. An 8, again. It is 8. Oh, yeah, 2 possible 8s there. 2 possible 8s there. 9. Yeah, no. 9 and 9, 9 and 9. Nothing to stop that. Alright, and then we have, what do we have here? No? No, so we don't have that, and that is that, and that could be anything there, and that could be that. Hey! Hey. Hey, eh? No? No. No? Not helping. B. B, and then B down here. Just those 2 B's. And that's that. And then we have, what is it, C. Right, so one of these 2 has to be C and one has to be a 2. But if we look at this space, okay, those can't be C's. But any of those 2 can be C's. Oh, right. I see it, I see it. Okay, if we look at the bottom left box, the C has to be in one of the middle 2 columns. If we look at the box just above it, the C still has to be in one of the middle 2 columns. It can't be on the left or either of them. So it means it has to be in the left column of this box. Okay. That was that explanation.
Yay, explanations.
Oh. Okay, if you look at this box here, can't be a D on the left side because of this. Can't be a D here, so it has to be one of these 2 has to be a D. Which looks like we've already established over here to show that one of these 2 has to be a D. And if we look, the rest of the things, no, because that is, no, we almost, okay. Some stuff's been established, but it hasn't been completely knocked out to nothingness yet. Bunch of E's, still a bunch of E's. E, top 2, top 3, second and third. Da 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 da. There's a da. Okay, a lot of really connected E's. This could be over here still. Okay, so this side was going great, but now not so much. Oh, well, I found something. This is an F. Okay, cool. And then G's. Alright, so I say let's go and look at another side then.
Sounds good to me.
And wait. Hold on a second. Huh. Hold on a second. Okay, these three can't be F's because of this. These two can't be F's because of this. The F has to be here, which means this can't be an F. Since it also can't be a 7, that means that this has to be a G. Since this can no longer be an F, this has to be a 7. So, girlfriend 7!
Yay!
Both of
I
these
just
have
realized
to
I still had tabletop sim turned on.
Yes. Both of these have to either be an F or a 5, because that's all that there is in this column. Which means that these three can't be 5s. So it can only be G, C, or 1. And since this can't be
That
a
can't be
1
here.
or a G, this has to be a C. But so this has to be a G and a 1, which means this has to be the 5 that this column needs.
Indeed.
So a lot of little things getting knocked around out here. Alright. 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 No, still on top corners. Do. So one of those two. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, right! Okay. The far left column on this row can't be the top, can't be the second, and we know it has to be the wall because those two can't be on the edge. Because those two boxes below it can't have a C on the edge. So this one has to be a C. Which means that this one has to be a C.
Is that all the C's?
No, we're still missing 2.
Not quite.
C, 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 C.
Yeah, you're still missing 3 C's.
Oh, well, this one should be easy enough to get. No? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, never mind. No.
I love how just aggressively you said that no.
It's no. Okay. Right as I say that it's time to stop looking at this side is when I finally noticed something that gave us another leap of progress.
Yeah. Let's move to the right.
Alright, so moving to the right here gives us... So this bottom row has been worked on since we last came up here. I'm not seeing any that are just standing alone. So let's try to do a nice little scan. Here, 1, 1, 1. Yep, still 2 1s. 1 and 1. 4 1s. No. Alright. No. Alright. I mean, the biggest changes would be what some of these would offer. Yeah, no, the 7 is no. Do, still miss 3s. Right, B. Why in the world can this one not be a B? Sure, I had a reason for it. I just don't remember what that reason was. Oh, right. It was because I think it was what? Top 2 can be a B. Top 2 can be a B. So these top 2 can't be B. Yeah, because for this it has to be one of the top 2. And this one has to be one of the top 2. So for this one, it can't be one of the top 2. It also can't be the third row. So since it can't be that or that, it has to be one of these 2. Lining up perfectly with those. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Those, okay. Alright. Nothing really here. Is anything jumping out to you?
Let me. No. No.
This side. I believe once again, the stuff we've added would be on this side here. 72. No. No, nothing really here. Nothing looking good here. And it's crashed. Alright, once again, we are back to the game here. Alright, so what we want is to find the completely filled side. Alright, so side to give, there's this. And this is the side that we just moved on to. Meow, meow, meow. This is also a side that's not fully completed. No. Okay. Scan through every box and fill in that which still needs filling in. Maybe it was just that. Okay. You know what? Let's start with this 8 right here by itself. Why can't it be a 1? Because there's 1 down there. There's a 2 there, 3 here. Oh yeah, 4 down there, 5 over here, 6 and 7. I like to double check an 8. Yeah, sure. 9. A. Oh, B. In the same square. In the same box. C and D and E. See the G. Struggling to find an F. So why can this not be an F? I don't see why this cannot be an F. Now that I look at that, I need to double check these ones to make sure that these can only be 6s and 8s. Okay, actually, if you look at this whole column, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this column is missing 6s. So where in this column could a 6 still reside? So not on top here, not on that one, but it could be in those 4. Okay, we have the 7. So 8 in this column. So it sure looks like that could still be an 8. Okay, all those are 8s. Column is missing a 9, right? 9. Yeah, that could be a 9. None of those. Both of these could be 9s, but not that. A, we have an A. B. We do have a B. And a C. And then the column is missing the D. One of these two has to be that. But none of the others can be. Wait, hold on. That one can't be. That one can't be. That one can't be. None of those can be. So this one is just the D then. Yes. Cool. Alright. Column is missing an E, but that can't be. That one can't be. None of these can be. So only this one here could be an E. Column is also missing an F. Okay then. Alright. So let's go back to filling up everything with everything that everything can be. No, no. But yes, they are. No to there. But yes to everything else. No to there, but yes to it all else. No. No to those two. No to those two, but yes to those two. No. No. But yes to those two. Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. Boom, boom. Can't be the top. So one of these two has to be a 1. So none of this row can be 1s. Means that can't be a 1. Can't be there, there, or there. So the only one that can still be a 1 is right here. So any of those 4 could be a 1 right there. Alright. Top, second, and third. Blank, and then any of that. And any of that. Cool. 2s. What all can be 2s here? No, no. No. That one could be a 2. None of those could be 2s. None of those could be 2s. That can't be a 2. 2 and 2. All the top can be 2s. Just those 2. Yep, just those. No, no. Yes. No, no. No. One of those 2. Okay, there. Cool, cool. No 3s, no 3s, not 3. Just those. Awesome. Oh, right. Not a 3, not a 3. Not a 3, those 3. Those 3. Oh, hello there. So it's not the top row or the second row. But here or even here. So this is a 3. Okay, sure. Just working on this. Just working on it. Can't be the top. Top can't be the bottom. Can't be those or those, so it's one of those. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay. Got quite a few of these 5s working their way around here. Oh, right, because the 5 has to be here, so it can't be here either. So it has to be one of those. Top 2 rows. 5's only the top 2. 5's in all 3. 5's in just the middle 2. So right 2, 5's in all 3, 5's in all 3. Okay. Oh look! The 6 can't be on the bottom, the middle, or the other middle. Ta-da! A 6! That actually really helps this, doesn't it? I say it really helps. It helps. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Oh, hey. One of these two has to be a 6, so this one can't be a 6. But what that helps. And these, so well, the top two has to be a 6. But it could just be basically whatever. And basically whatever. Okay. A little bit of help here, a little bit of help there. Alright, has to be one of these two here. Oh, hello. So both these could be the top row. Could be the top row. Yeah. God, one of these is a 6. I guess, yeah, if this one is a 6, this one could still either be an 8 or a 9. But one of these is a 6, one of these is either an A or a 9. If one of those is an A, then this one has to be an F. And these are stuck between 9 and 7. But if the other one is a 9, that's a 7. And that would be the F, and that would be the A. So yeah. That was a 9, so that could be the 6. 7, F, A. Let's say if 6, and that's an A, that's an F, but then these two are both still stuck. Interesting, interesting. ADF, ADF, HCF. So this could be a C, and then this would be an 8 and a G. This would be E and F. One of these was an 8. Well, that wouldn't actually help matters, would it? Because, well then, no, if one of this was an 8, then the other one would have to be an E. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Nothing else in here can be an E. I think that's been established. So those could be 8s. Wait a second. Can't be an 8 up here. Can't be an 8 up here. One of these can be an 8. Oh no, yeah. One of these has to be an 8. And then let them handle the bottom two. Okay. Yep, no. Already got that. Whole bunch of 8s. Whole bunch of 8s. Just a bunch of possibles. Alright, looking at nines instead, maybe? No, no. Okay, well, can't be up here. Could be... Wait, this can't be a 9. Hold on. This top row can't be 9s. This top row individually each can't be a 9. So the 9 has to be one of these two. So this can't be a 9. Two 9, and then a 4 and a 7. Huh. Nope. Aha! So those two columns can't be 9s, and the bottom one can't be a 9. Here, look, we have another 9! And if we look, can't be a 9, can't be a 9, can't be a 9. So this one is then the 9. What? Oh yeah, can't be a 9, can't be a 9, can't be a 9 for all the reasons we've established. So that one is a 9. The rest are stuck between 2, 7, and 4. Yeah, that can't be a 9 for 2 reasons. Those can't be 9s. Those can't... Oh, yeah. Can't be 9s. Can't be 9, can't be 9, can't be 9s. So that's a 9. No, no, no. Yeah, no, one of those two. Okay, one of these is apparently definitely a 6, and one of them is definitely an A. So that can't be a 9 anymore. Can't be a 7 or an F.
You know what I just realized? I haven't played my idle game in like 3 days.
Gosh, talk about being idle with it.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm just like, huh.
Maybe it could be an F. Let's not throw things away yet. Yeah, no, those two can't be A's because of that. Okay, right. So 6 and A, and let's see, F, 7, and 9. So why can these not be F, 7, and 9? Well, they can't be F, and they can't be 7. And they can't be 9. So one of these is a 6, one of them is an A, which means this one is the F.
Yeah, rotate back around and you have a thing that you can do.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Just double checking to make sure that... Yes. And then the C update. Yep. BA, and then a C and a 2, and then an A and a 9, and an F and a 4 and a B, and I feel like we've been here before.
I mean, we have. This is the GF7 phase.
Yes. Alright. So that has to be there. So this can't be a 6. And it can't be the bottom, can't be the top. So this one then is the 6. Okay, cool. I guess. I don't know how much use this all is. Okay. Bees. Find a bee over here, maybe? Look, here they are. Bee. One of the middle two. Okay. No. No. Can't be... Why could it not be the right row? Yeah, that looks about right. There. This is so restricted on what could be a bee. Because that could be a bee instead. I just think I maybe didn't put bees in for a lot of this. Okay, yeah. 2 bees there. Okay. Oh, this can't be a bee. Okay, can't be the bottom, can't be there, can't be the top, can't be that one. This is a bee.
Let me scroll up that column.
Hello. Alright. What's all the others? It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. Where's the possible 8? Right, 8 has to be on top. That's a 9. A. Just put down a B. C, D, E. F, G. So yeah, 9. 1B and 1B. If these can only be 1 and B, then we are golden. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 has to be on top. 9. Cool. A. These are open for both of them. We have a C for this one, but not a C for the upper one. Why is it that the upper one can't be a C?
Because the C also has to be in the top row.
Oh, good call, good call. And then D, E. And then F, and then G. So one of these is a 1, one is a B, but we don't know which one. But we do know that this is then the C. Oh, wait, no, we don't know this is the C. Yes,
Yes, you do.
This should
Yeah.
be the C.
It has to be the C.
This can't be an 8,
Yep.
this is an 8 up there.
Yeah.
Which means
It
that
has to be
this is
C.
the 8.
That's the 8.
Which means this is the F.
Yeah.
Hello.
I am noticing a slight issue down the column from the 8 that you just placed, though.
5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. Okay, let's fix this box before moving on to anything else. So,
Yes.
what in here can be a 1? Just those two. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I did all this stuff up to B. So let's double check B real quick here. Right. Let's check on C's. No, no, no. No. But it looks like the two in the middle could both be C.
Yeah.
D and E. And then let's check up on F. Okay. And okay. So there's a lot that could still be an F.
Actually, it can't. Check the Fs. You're down one square, that has to be where the F is.
Why does that have to...
Oh,
yeah, good point. This one has to be an F then, where the 6D is. 'Cause it
wait.
can't be the two
No, it
Fs.
can't.
Oh no, that can't be an F. That can't be an F there. Can't be an F there.
And yet it said nothing is wrong.
Alright, let's double check all of these then. Gosh, if we start getting a bunch of things wrong, that's going to be really bad. Okay.
Where are you supposed to tell if you have things wrong?
I don't know. Ask for a hint and then it'll put into the hint counter or something. I don't know. Anyway, ones. Can't be ones, can't be ones. But these can only be 1 and B. Right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The left one can't be an 8, but the other two can. 8 and 8. Okay. 9, A. B's. So C can't be the middle one, but could be this or this. And then D, E, F, not the right one. The right one cannot be an F. I think we had set the right one as an F, but that can't be.
That one can't be F, that's the very bottom.
That one can't be F. Then this one would still have to be a C. But then this one is the 8 then, instead of it being an F.
That,
no, this one
yeah,
wasn't.
we now have it back to how it was. I think the issue is something else that has happened. Like, this feels like a mistake was made a while back.
Probably was, yes.
Are we certain the one that's marked as 9 in the problem square is a 9?
Are we sure that this is a 9? Should we just erase the whole square? Because, let's see, 9 can't be on the top, or there, there, or there.
And you said that if something is wrong, you can't delete it anymore, right?
I can delete it. I can delete
Okay.
whatever, apparently. That's what the X does, it just erases, apparently. Is this just where we give up because something went wrong?
Yeah, this might be a force reset the whole thing. Because a mistake has been made somewhere, and I would hazard a guess that the issue was stuff that you had marked got deleted by crashing, and then you didn't realize what stuff didn't get actually completed.
The constant crashing and jumping back some random amount of progress, because sometimes it seems like it jumped back like 1 second and that was it, and sometimes it jumped back a couple of minutes, and that's just been so annoying. Okay, so if we hope that the only problem is with this square, then we can try to remark this entire square and see what we might be able to get here.
Okay.
So, looks like any of those could be a 1. Then we do 2s. Okay. So look at the top row, those two can be 2s. And then that could be a 2, and then 2s. Okay, okay.
Next 3.
3s.
Only the 2 on the bottom row. No, only the 1 space directly to the right of the 7.
Yes. So this is the only space that could be a 3. And we look at 4s. Nothing. 5 and 6. Yeah, no, 8. Look at 8s. So this is flat out, even by default values given to us by the game itself, the 8 can only be on top and only in one of these two. By the default values of the game.
Wait, why can't it be in the third row?
It can't be in these because there's an 8 given by the game. It can't be in this because there's an 8 given by the game. And it can't be on, like, in this entire row up here. It can't be in this square, in this box.
That's
or
what you
this
mean.
box,
Okay.
or this box.
Okay. All right, 9.
So it can't be on the top, left, or bottom. Or this one, by default.
There's only one space the 9 can be, directly above the 3.
Yeah, because of input that we have made, the 9 can only be in here. Okay. A, nothing. Cannot be an A. B. Can't be there. Can't be in those two. We've said it can't be in here. Okay, and then C. That's a lot of possible places that could have a C. Oh, that was right.
Yeah.
Because it can't be down there from default. And then if we look at the D, no.
Only
no.
one space directly to the right of the 9.
If we look at the E, no. And it sure looks like it can only be here.
Yeah.
And
F.
And it can't be in there, so it could still be there,
Above
there.
the E or to the right of the 3. It can't be the top left one because of the F in the bottom.
Right, can't be there.
And G.
Could be above the E, or it could be next to the 3. So those are the places for that then.
Yes.
But also, according to at least according to the tasks we filled out, this can't be a C and this can't be a C. Like, in the top row. Can't be a C, can't be a C. So this one can't be a C. Also, according to stuff we filled, one of these two has to be a 2, which means none of the rest of these in this row can be a 2. None of those can be a 2. That can't be a 2, so this one is a 2 then, not a 1 or a B.
Okay. So the one to the right has to be the F.
Oh, wait. No, the one at the bottom could have been... Ah! Wait, because this could have been a 2 on F. And I think that could still be a 2. Right.
Well, here's the thing. If we assume that the F at the very bottom, column, and the bottom left of that one there, if we assume that is true, then it can't be the one on the top, because it would force that third square again to have no... Okay, you know what? I'm doing too many steps. That one can't be an F because there's an F in the row from default.
Yes. Can't be an F.
So there has to be an F in the column in that one, which means that one that could be 2 or F has to be F by current logic.
Because it can't be in the top then, because it has to be in this column. Okay. Let's
Yeah, okay, so
go and
let's
put
put that in
in.
and see how the logic takes us.
So the one that's 2 or F then has to be an F.
It has to be.
So the logic says that's 8. That's a C. Logic says that's a 2. That's a B, and that's a 1. Then that's a 1.
Okay. Okay. I do want to say before we get too far,
5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. 6, 8, 6, 8, 8. So let's check this box more.
okay.
Ones, ones, ones. Ones. Okay, so this one is a 1 then. So, wait, what? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So then this one would be a 2.
3 is
3.
there.
4 at the bottom. 4, 4, 4.
Has to be to the right of the 2.
That's
5s.
5,
Has to be in
5,
that column.
5. So one of these. 6s.
All right.
Yep, anything but that one could be a 6. 7s.
Right.
No. 8s. Sure looks like anything could be an 8 in there.
Yeah, nothing is prevented from being an 8. Okay.
9s.
9
No.
is there. A.
A.
Has to be directly below the 2.
B. No. C.
C.
So there cannot be a C.
What do you mean there can't be a... Oh. Okay, so, yeah, something else is messed up.
Well,
So, somewhere else the logic broke, and we are so far in, it's...
yeah, at some place the logic broke, possibly because... And it's really because I spent a lot of time going over and putting, you know, the numbers in all of the different squares. And, like, sometimes... and then I'd find squares and be like, oh, why is there a C in a place where there cannot possibly be a C because the game put in a C in that same row? And I found that, like, constantly. So I'm just wondering, like, I don't know, does the game add and remove letters just haphazardly at random or something? Because... And for the most part, I've been trying to check every new square that I put in to be like, oh, let's check everything that this can see to make sure that this is the only one in this box that can be that letter, or its row, or its column, or that this is the only value that this could actually be.
I will say I have noticed a few times where you have put in a number or letter that you shouldn't be able to because, like, it's already present in the line or column or whatever. It doesn't prevent you from putting in a note for a number that's already accounted for.
It doesn't. But, like, I tried to absolutely be certain. Like, I went through every single one. Like, okay, let's look at this. No, this one cannot be a 1. This one cannot be... And then I just see a 1 in there. And it's like, I thought I had gone over every single individual square to make sure that at the very least that there weren't any in there that there couldn't be as of the ones put in by the game. So no matter what, I shouldn't have to add in extra letters to boxes. At least if I don't use the erase function.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't...
Again, part of the issue seems to be it seems to forget some things randomly when it crashes.
Yeah. It will just
So,
crash and then randomly be like, yeah, no, I actually lost 10 minutes of progress this time. No. But, so, one matter that you absolutely agree on is that sometimes I'll put in a digit, and the digit will disappear because the game crashes. The second thing is that sometimes I won't remember that I put in a digit. Like, I try to be careful, and then there'll be a digit in there that shouldn't be in there.
Yeah.
So,
Well, unfortunately, this means, well, either abandon it entirely or just delete everything and start over.
so I feel like we were doing great until we just got to this phase here. I don't, I think just abandon everything. Don't bother starting over. We've
And
done
just pick a
10
new cube.
maybe. This is 11 episodes. Maybe
Yeah.
do something else for a bit.
Okay.
Uh,